Okay, so today we're going to be doing predictions over probability, and it's the same thing we've been doing all week. Basically, you take the probability that you've been learning and you set proportions to find a prediction. So predictions is the probability that can be used to make predictions for future occurrences by setting up and solving a proportion. So an example of this would be the probability of rolling a number cube is 1/6. If the number cube is rolled 50 times, then approximately how many times will a 6 be rolled? So what you do is you take this probability and you write it right here. Okay. The 6 is your total amount. So your new total will be 50. So the new total goes right here. And then the x goes up top. So when you cross multiply, you do x times 6, which is 6x, and then 1 times 50, which is 50. So then you divide 6 to both sides. And then 50 divided by 6 is 8.33 repeating. And that's your answer. That's all we're doing today. So let's try another one. Kingsley surveyed a random group of 7th graders as to whether they prefer video games, sports, or neither. Use the survey results to make predictions for the entire 7th grade class with 350 students. So A is asking to find a prediction for the entire 7th grade class for video games. To be able to do this, you need to figure out how many kids were actually surveyed first. So you're going to add 15 plus 22 plus 3 to get 40. So 40 total students were surveyed. Out of those 40 students, 15 of them like video games. So you would set up 15 over 40 is equal to x over 350 because this is your new total. So you would cross multiply. So you would do 350 times 15, which is 5,250. And then 40 times x is just 40x. So you divide 40 to both sides. 5,250 divided by 40 is 131.25. Well, now you can't have a quarter of a child, so you round this up to 132. So my reasonable prediction would be about 132 students out of the entire 7th grade class would prefer video games. Now, this isn't accurate. It's just making a prediction of what could happen. B is based on the information in the table, what is the most reasonable prediction of the number of video games in the next 80 votes? Well, your probability was 15 out of 40, and you're going to increase those votes to 80. Well, a shortcut I can do is 40 times 80, you can multiply by 2. So what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So 15 times 2 is 30. So I would expect 30 students out of 80 to vote for video games. Okay, last one. When you send mail via the post office, you have an 80% chance that the mail would be delivered correctly. So 80% is correct. Well, total percentage is 100. So 100 minus 80 is 20%. So if 430 letters are delivered on Monday, then what's the reasonable prediction for the number of letters that will be delivered to an incorrect location? Well, 430 is your total. X is my incorrect locations. And then 20% will go on top or 100. And the reason why I'm using 20% is because 20% represents the incorrect percentage. So you cross multiply. So 430 times 20 is 8,600. And 100 times x is just 100x. So you divide to both sides. And these zeros cross off. So now you just divide 86 by 1, which is just 86. So 86 letters out of 430 would have been delivered incorrectly. B. On Tuesday, it is reported that 500 letters were delivered to the correct location. Based on this information, how many letters were delivered on Tuesday? Well, 500 were delivered correctly. So that's not my total. Instead, I'm actually trying to find the total. And since we're talking about correct letters, the 80% would go on top and 100% would go on the bottom for the total. So you cross multiply. So you get 80x is equal to 50,000. So you divide 80 to both sides. You cross this off. So now all you have to do is divide 5,000 by 8, which is 625. So there were a total of 625 letters delivered, and only 500 of them were correctly delivered. Unfortunately, that is true facts. Okay, guys, this is just making prediction out of probability. Thank you.